Hello! Today I would like to talk a bit about strings and the string set called Pirastro Tonica, which I put on this violin. And Pirastro Tonica is a neutral string set, and it's also a very cheap string set, and therefore I wanted to try it because I'm always interested in good deals, and this is a really good deal. In Sweden they're available for 300 Swedish kronor, which is half the price of any other string set basically. So when talking about strings, there are different factors that the string has, or characteristics. What I think is the most important characteristic for the string is if it's dark or bright. And then there's another different important characteristic saying if the tone is clean or if the tone is complex. So typically speaking, a steel string that's common for fiddlers, that tone is of course not complex. It's very clean, and the sound is also very bright. And tonica, the ambition for tonica is to be smack in the middle. When I checked on violinstringreview.com, they have put the tone as slightly more clean than so to the left hand side of clean. So not so complex tone, but otherwise very neutral. And why this string is so interesting is that if you want to get to know your violin, what kind of string do I need for this violin, your own violin, and what characteristic does your violin have? This string can help you find out in a cheap and simple way. So when I put the strings on, I noticed that they are not as thick as other strings. They're quite not so thick, which also I think is shows in the tone of the string. It's not very thick, it's more clean, just as the reviews have said on violinstringreview.com. And when I'm playing it, I feel that basically it's as you could imagine. It's clean and it's not so complex. For me, as a fiddler, folk musician, I relate to steel strings quite much, but they're obviously better than steel strings. The tone is more complex, but it's really easy to play on these strings. So and this is the way they look. You see, it has the yellow thingy here, which I think is quite, and the blue-white lining. A little bit different. Fits on this reddish violin. And when for this violin, I have tried looking at different strings that I have at home, and I put on darker strings called Varshal Amber, and then I felt that I wanted something more easy to play. So I wanted to try these strings out, and they are very easy to play. For this violin, I felt that maybe this works for precisely as intended, as I've tried it, and I felt that this violin maybe it needs a more darker sound, as I tried it first. But I wanted to try it, I wanted to know what it felt like to try a different string, and now I feel like I know more. Maybe this darker string set this violin needs. Maybe it has these characteristics that needs a darker string, because that's actually the goal. When you read a string review online, some people say like, yeah, the A string is good, the E string is good. Well, I think all of these strings are very good and even, but the question is, what is your violin like? Because that's the big question. And I think this violin is even, but maybe it needs more darker sound. Well, Pirastro has a slogan, "I'm so happy I can't stop playing," and I actually really enjoyed playing on these strings. They're really, really good, and I think that if you don't really know which string to put on, try these strings. They're neutral. They can help you find out what your violin is like and what you really need. Thank you.